I don't need no one to say you're complicated, 'cause I knew from the start this might be overrated. It's so typical, you wanna give it one more try, even though if your mind is telling you it's all a lie. To prove me you're different when I say I need you and you head the direction that's leading away from me, baby. I don't believe you, no. 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 One thing I love about you is your dedication. It got me dreaming at the station. On my way home, oh, I gotta wake up. This might be a breakup, 'cause I don't believe you when you say that you miss me. 'Cause where are your actions to prove me you're different when I say I need you and you head the direction that's leading away from me, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't believe you, no. 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 I don't believe you, no, no. Oh, I gotta wake up. This might be a breakup, 'cause I don't believe you when you say that you miss me. 'Cause where are your actions to prove me you're different when I say I need you and you head the direction that's leading away from me, baby. I don't believe you, no. I don't believe you, no, no. I don't believe you, no.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, yeah, I can carry all that you've got. Two heavy hearts is not a lie. I will put out all of the fire. We stumble and fall, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I am running for you. I am running for you. I am running for you. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. I'll be your light. Your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light.
Alright, won't you come on closer? I don't need no poser. I want you to move in, not to dare to win. Don't tell me later, no good at waiting. Just roll the dice and go all in. Don't be shy, don't you hide. Let your body and your mind be strong. Straight up, you're gonna have to earn it. Show me that it's all wrong. Can't go wrong, Straight up, you don't have to worry. I'm gonna take you all Let's get down, 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 down. I'm gonna take you on. Get lost in the crazy rhythm. Gotta shake what's given. Tonight is all we got. It's our only shot. We're all
Alright, okay. No idea why this isn't working. Right, what's supposed to be happening is supposed to be the big screen up here. Because I was going to do this and fill this glass up. There you go, look at that. Look at the colour of that. Look at the colour. So that is, there you go. So, right, so I'm going to geek out. I've got my After Effects thing on. And I'm just going to make, what I'm actually going to make for you tonight is this. And I'll show you how that's done, and we'll see how it is done. But however, why is this not working? See, oh, there we go. Ah, it works now. Right, so you get a closer up look at that. There you go. That's what we've got in the glass tonight. I'm going to make this for you. That thing there. Show you how it's done in After Effects. How are you? It's been a while. I've got my lights on behind me. I actually had the Ukraine colour lights on. In fact, let's go and change that to those lights just now. Nano Leaf. I've got an app on my PC. And let's see if we can get this up here. Here we go. In fact, let's show you what it looks like here. And there you go. So, Nano Leaf app. We do a search for Ukraine. There we go. Standard Ukraine. We can have that downloaded. And let's play it. And there we go. And look. There. By me. Perfect. Right. All good. Right, so why is that not working? Why is that button not working? Let's try and see if we can get this button fixed. On here, on my shortcuts. Button, edit, find, push that button. Okay, fade to this one. Yeah, that's right. So I should go to my computer screen here, and then back to. Apparently I've got to press it twice for it to work. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's all right. Right, let's go. So onto the main screen, and this is After Effects. So what we're going to do is produce this button. There. Quickly show you how to do that. Right. So new composition. So I'm setting it for 1920 by 1080, so it's HD, 60 frames per second, and we'll stick it at 10 seconds just now, so that makes it so we've got enough space for it to come up. Right, if you've got any comments, just file them in to YouTube and I'll pick them up and I'll put them on the screen. Right, so let's make the screen as big as we can for you. Okay, start off doing a box. As you can see, in fact, started off completely wrong there. Right, we'll start off with a new layer, a new color background. So it's a new solid, and we'll make it a light blue, and it's 1920. So that's just so you can see what you're doing. I'm now going to put a new box in. So this box here, it can be anything you want, whatever you're looking for. So it depends where you want to come off the side or whatever. Let's do it come up from the bottom this time. Right. So as you can see up here, the fill, I've got the fill, and you can choose the color here, and you can choose any color you want. In fact, let's make it a nice. It doesn't help being a colorblind, does it? Right. So whatever color that is, we'll make it there. In fact, let's delete that and go to rounded rectangle. So that is actually rounded corners, as you can see here. Right, so one thing to say as well is if you actually resize this box, it does it from the middle. So what I like to do is I like to go up to the menu bar here, and there's the pan behind button. You pick the middle and then set it down to the corner, which happens, what it means is that when you go to resize, you can actually resize it from the corner, and it sits, you can actually have it coming in. So in fact, let's have, yeah, we'll have it from there. Right, what I'm going to do is align, go to align here, we'll line into the center of the, that's the center there. In fact, we'll put it down to the bottom, like so, and have it there. Make it a bit smaller, like so. And then we're going to add some type onto it. So put some type in. We'll just do subscribe. There we go, subscribe there. And we'll have that in the middle as well. So just align that to the center. We can change that font, because that font's a bit... what font we got here? Let's have a look. Well, there was one actually. No, not that one. That might work. It kind of fits the. In fact, if we change the background of the shape, change the shape there to red, so it's kind of YouTubey. There you go. What I've done is I've changed the resolution of this to half, or a third, just to make it run a bit quicker for you. It doesn't hog up because I'm streaming and doing everything from the page at the same time. So that's in the middle, that's there, and subscribe is there. We'll just enlarge that slightly as well. Just choose that, and then make that font slightly bigger. Some of these tunes are quite cool. Right, so we've got the subscribe button over to the side, just here. We could put a YouTube logo on there, boy. Right. So what I'm going to do just now is animate this part of it. So if you imagine this being your screen, like so, that's your screen here. If you take the shape layer and press P for position, you can actually move. You can move that wherever you want to move it to. So I'll put that back to where it was, and then down. So what we'll have, we'll start it off with the timeline. This is the timeline here. Start at 0, and as you can see, the subscribe button's there. So we'll have a key point in here for the starting position, and after 30 frames, which for this is half a second, we'll have it. Whoop, up it goes to there. Okay. Now, if I go back to the start and press play, see, and that's the first bit. That's your first part animated. So it's not very cool. So what we're going to do as well is we'll get. I've changed my mind again. The subscribe button will have that centered in the middle there, and on the timeline here there's a small kind of twirly thing. That twirly thing is called a pick whip. So I'm going to link the pick whip, in fact no, link the text to the shape. So when you go back, as you can see, the whole thing comes up now. Right, so what you do is then is these two bits here, these two buttons, the key points, you can then actually change those. You can F9, which is called easy ease, which makes them it helps them kind of flow in rather than just doing stop keyframe system easies, right? So as you can see, but then you can actually tweak those a little bit more if you hit the graph editor and down here. So your graph is more kind of more like so. So what that makes it do is it goes fast then slows out. So if you go back and have a look at this, you see how it slows and comes to a rest. And that's the kind of initial subscribe part. Now what we want to do now is, as you can see from this one here, this one's slightly different. How it shows off a white box. So what we'll do is we'll duplicate the shape layer, put it above, and if we go to here, and as you can see from this point here, it's still red. We'll change the color to white. Here we go, it's a white one, and because it's above, we'll move it below the red one. So now you can't see it, but it is there. It's there. And then what we'll do is it comes storming in, goes into 30 frames, into 1 second, put another keyframe in, and it'll hold up. It holds there, and then another keyframe. It starts to move to the left, so the red will get moved. The red, is it this one? Yeah, this one. We'll move that to the left. See how it then shows the white box. So if we start, In fact, that could be a bit quicker, could it? So we'll be looking for it to go up, across. Yep. So we'll just move these times across a bit more, and it does up. Oh, still too much, is it? Up. Yeah, it's this bit here. We'll move that across there. So it goes up, across. And it shows off that white bit there. And in that white bit there, it's where you can put your... I've got it here actually. It is... what do you call it? The alarm bell. So if I put that there, you can see the alarm bell here. But we're not going to do that and not drop that in as it is. What we're going to do is actually make a composition from that on its own. And the reason you can't see it is because it's black on a background. So I'll take off the background, and that's, you can see it there. So what I'm going to do is split this PNG up into 2 sections. So select the section, select the layer, go into your pen tool up at the top, come down and just draw around your bell. What that's doing is causing it to draw drawing here we go, a mask, so it then hides the ringing bits. So you've just got that bit. However, what I would then do now is duplicate that, so you've got a duplicate of that, and then if you hit M for mask, go into mask, and then you can see here where it says add, change that to invert, or subtract, sorry, not invert, and subtract. Oof. So you've now got 2 different sections. You've got the bell, the ringing bit, and the actual bell itself. Okay, so what we can then do, if we go back into this bit, we can then take the composition of that in here. So that is not just a single logo, but it's the double part of it. And what we'll do is we'll just reduce that in size so it fits into there. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Right, so as you can see, it's there. We don't want that. We want it to appear behind the red and on top of the white. So we will drop it down, and it's still in the wrong place. We want to connect that with the white layer. So that is now position wise. I had a problem with this the last time actually. Let's see if this works. If I connect that. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Right. I knew this was a problem. Right, so I'm going to hit that and do it there. So it should now, as you can see, it's coming up. Opens up behind. There you go, look at that. Perfect. So that's the first part. Now what we're going to do now is for the bell itself, we want the bell, the current as it is just now, it's black. We want to change the color of that and change the color of the subscribe button. But first we're going to put some like a mouse press on it. So I'll go up to the shape tool, it's ellipse, make a circle, in fact we'll make a black circle, and you'll see why in a minute. Make a black circle. Okay, so with the black circle on, okay, so if you imagine, it's like it comes, in fact it comes up, I'll move that out of the way just now. It comes up, you click, and it moves. Okay, so that part here is the click, just there. So put the mouse, so that's like the kind of click part, and we're then going to change the opacity of that. So that would be, we'll make that opacity 50%. Let me see, 60% is fine. And then if we just do it a bit before it, in fact, so 60%, keyframe it. So that's fixed at 60%. Go just before it, a few frames before, change that to 0, and then a few frames after it, and change that to 0 again. And if you watch what happens, it goes, you can see a small just that there, and it opens up. I might just shift it to the left slightly just so you get the timing right. There you go. In fact, see if I can show you that with it's bigger. It goes up. You can just see it just gives you the hint that it's been clicked. Okay, right. Let's get that fit up to 100%. Fine. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's nice. That's salt times drop project and salt. It's called Glide. That's quite nice. Okay, right. So where were we? Okay, we've got that, and it comes up, and it little boof there, a boof. That's what it's called. So what I'll do is I will duplicate that layer. Duplicate that layer, and if we put onto opacity, so you can actually see where these are here. In fact, if we do that, I'll ease them as well. Keyframe assistant, F9. If you don't have an F9 on your keyboard, which I don't, just do it this way, and then I'll just do the same for these three. Keyframe assistant and easy ease. So with this one here, is when it goes across. Oh, that's right. I forgot to do something. What we'll do is we'll quickly go back to the. So it goes. Oop. And then this point here, just roughly about here. And we'll position that circle across over here. Okay. So what happens? It goes up. Oop, it flashes there. And then it flashes on the bell. So at that point, where the flashes, we'll go back into the bell, and as you can see, it's the actual timeline is actually at the position where you're looking for it to be. And what we want to do is go into the top layer, which is the bell rings. We'll press S for scale, and we'll scale that down. As you can see, it's scaling it down, so we're hiding the bell rings there. Set a keyframe, and then it goes forward, and we can then just enlarge it forward a couple of frames, take it down, and then I just another frame up there, and then make it bigger again. That's it. What that looks like is this. That's one, it's too fast. A lot of these things is just to see how they look, so right, we'll try that now. So that gives you a kind of ding ding. Right, if we go back to the main comp, and if you look here, there, there's across. So what I'm going to change in that is the opacity of the shape layer, just to be a bit more. Just before, it's actually just before here. So if I do that there, it looks like this. So you can see where the black key press on there, if that will select nothing, the black key press, as it key presses, it moves out. As it key presses, the bells ring. And that's basically the gist. The kind of gist, and then we'll hold it for a few seconds, and then we will, let's see what's happening here. No, right, and we'll and then we can pull that off the screen. So I'll do that in a second, actually, once we've done a couple other bits and pieces. So what happens is when you actually in YouTube, you when you subscribe to somebody, it goes from red and it changes to grey. So what we'll do is we'll change the colour of that section here, just at that point, from red to grey. And how you do that is we'll take the subscribe and the shape layer, and we'll pre-compose that into its own little section. So we'll do red to grey, and that's it, red to grey. And then if we go into the effects over here, type it in hue and saturation. Here is hue saturation. Drop that on top of there. Now, as you can see, there's a kind of another menu. Might be a bit small, but what we'll do is we'll click on channel range. In fact, I think we need to do it in this section here because for some reason the last time I did it, it didn't work. So hue saturation, channel, that's right. And then we I think do this, which makes that's what it is. It makes it grey. So I see. Now it's making the whole thing grey. Now I don't want the whole thing to be grey. What have I done wrong? Okay, right. So we'll go forward and then make it grey. So that'll make here you go. That's it. So it comes up red. Click, moves. As it clicks, it turns grey and then moves to the side. Now, what we're looking for now is the bell, which is currently black. We want that to be grey and then to turn black on the click. So as you can see, it's still black, and at that point there we're going to change it to grey. So you go into the bell, change the opacity, so T for opacity, put a keyframe at the opacity at 100%, and then just got a couple of frames before it and make it say 50%. So you go from 50% to 100%, and as you can see, as it comes up, it's red, moves across, you can see the click there, it turns grey, it moves to the side. I might have to just tidy up the timing slightly. The bell is grey, another click there, it then turns black, and then does the bits what it needs to do. Now, that's all very well. That's all very well, but what do you need? You need a mouse. The mouse pointer, which I've got one here, so we'll fire that in. Mouse, here we go. Massive mouse pointer, look at that. it's a little bit too big. We'll hit, just resize that slightly. Oh, it's upside down. So we'll have it coming, in fact, what does anybody think? We'll have it coming up from the bottom or from the side? It's fine, the size is okay. So we want it to go up, click, across, click, and away again. So we'll start with the position, and we'll put a keyframe from here. In fact, we'll go back, so it goes up, and just at, in fact, let's zoom in slightly. At that point there, you can see it, that's the key press there. So we're going to have the position of the, oops, that is it. So there, we can click it there. So that's the position of that one. We'll go back and have the mouse down here. So as you can see, it comes in, the mouse comes in, clicks, and then we'll have it go across just at that point there. That's when the click. So we can have another keyframe there. Then we'll move. So this is the start, and then there we can then have the mouse clicking at this section here. So what we'll do is maybe transfer this across, so it goes click. That's probably just a little bit, it just needs to come probably back a bit more, probably there. Click, and then have it go across, probably across, click like so. It goes click, click. In fact, do you know something? I'm actually going to probably move it at that point there. So it's a kind of a slow click, click, that's it. Click, click, and then we'll have it just at that point, click. Another keyframe in there. So that's the starting point for it to move, and then 30 frames off, and then we can have it go off to the side. And how that looks is up, click, click, away. And that's basically that done for that. But what you need is, give me a second. So what you can have from there is click, subscribe, subscribe, and the mouse goes away. And at that point, you would want the whole lot to then come down, or go wherever, wherever you want to go. But I'll have it coming down off the screen. So I'll how do you do this? Do you pre-compose the whole? In fact, no. There's probably an easier way to do this, but the way that I'm doing it here is if I do that there, position. So position on the axle, the red to grey part. I'll put a position in there, and then I think at 3 seconds, another position, and we can move that down. I see that there. That needs to be moved. Okay, so we'll have shape layer. Which one is it? Shape layer 2. We'll do that. Hit that. In fact, that's the same kind of thing. Oh, this is what I did. This is what I did the last time. I remember now. So shape layer 2. Change the position. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I'll have that come down as well. We'll go back to there, and shape layer 2 will have that at the same. Right, so that shape layer is 79.2. Oh no, here we go. Look, 80.97. We'll make that 80.97. 80.97. Right. So why is that going up? It's because of. Oh, I've made a right. I've made a so this. Right, hold on. Let's go back. There you go. Right. So have a cross there, and then we can do the red to grey point there. I'm just going to delete these two here. Point there, and then the shape layer here. A point there. And then we'll do another keyframe there and there. And at this point, we'll bring them down. So that goes down there, and that goes 269, and that goes down to there. So what happens is both. What am I doing wrong? It's oh, you see what it is. Look. I think it's the easy ease that causes it to. So the red to grey, that needs to be linked to that there. There you go. Perfect, look at that. So I just need to move the one. And that's what happens is easies. There we go. So no. Oh, it didn't work right now. What have I done? What have I done this time? So that to there. See how the that's coming up at a different speed. So that must be. I'm going to copy these two. and then paste them into the shape layer here. Oh, see, that's... I forget that. I think it's because it's... Yeah, there's something not right with that. Where I'm connecting the two. See, that works fine. Okay, so let's try it now. So red to grey, pin it there, and pin the white there. Then go 3 seconds, and then have that go down. Let's try something. And then the red to grey of that. So that should be, no, see, why is that? See how it's doing at a different speed? I think what I might do then, in that case, is select them all, pre-compose them, select them all, pre-compose, call it final, and at that point, because what I'll need to do is switch off the background, and in the final, let me see, I don't really find that you actually click a button and then all of a sudden everything gets lost. How does that happen? Bum 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 bum. Where's the window? Ooh, let me see. So we'll get rid of the pale background, and in here we can then position that there, and then 30 seconds later we can then just drop the whole thing. Done. Still, it looks like this. I need to speed that up a wee bit. One, click, click. Maybe take it back a slightly more. We'll easy use those. So keyframe assistant. So right click, keyframe assistant, and then easy ease, or you select them and hit F9 and they'll drop down. And that's it. And that's it. So what I'm going to add now to this is, we'll get the background so you can see what's happening, is this bit here. We've got a sound effect, which if we go to view the wave, you can see the waveform down here, is it there? And just at that point where there, there, and we'll take the volume down just slightly. I know it's quite loud. See if this works. And the final. See, you switch off that background, and as you can see with the background, because it's transparent, it comes up. Click, click. Away it goes. Now, with this, you can actually add any font or logo that you want. You can change the font in this, which I might just do that actually, because see what's there is. Look at here. Nah. What's that? Subscribe. I tell you, my keyboard is so clicky, it's ridiculous. Right. increase the size there. We can position that. In fact, you can actually put a YouTube logo or your own logo if you want. In fact, let's stick my own import file. Let's see what we've got. Bum 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 bum. Pictures, images. There we go. See if there's anything I've got I can fire in. See, I'll just stick my own. Yeah, we'll just stick my own logo there. So stick that in there. And that can go there. Now, as it happened before, if you remember this from the last time, what I'll do is I'll equip this to there. Oh, so there we go. I'll equip that to there, so it should. Yeah, there it goes. As it comes up. Comp one. Stick the background on. Yeah, so that's at low res. So we can make it into high res. In fact, we'd probably better off getting a YouTube logo there. So give me 1 second, see if we can find something for you. We'll go into Chrome, do YouTube logo PNG. Right, here we go. Transparent. And then hopefully this one will be fine. In fact, I might actually already have one. Yeah, I think I do actually. Hold on. Let's. Oh my god, it's file. I've got to do my Stream Deck logos. Yeah, After Effects is such a hog on the PC. Stream Deck logos. Let's see, where is it? Right. Yeah, it's got the white around it. Okay, so we can fix that. Settings. Make that into composition. There it is. And then we'll just take we'll select it. Circular mask, and then let's. I can never do this properly. I think there's a way to do this. Is there a way? Actually, if I do in the middle and then do. No. So this one, is it that one? Oh, here we go. There you go. We'll have a white border around it. That'll do. Okay, and then we can drop that PNG into here. As you can see, it's now come up. And then if I resize it by S scale, resize it. Oh, and then what have I done there? Oh, I see this keyboard. I'll just make it smaller. So once again, we get that logo, we'll get it up to that point there, and that's where we want it to be. That's the final resting place for it. We'll pick the pick whip, attach that pick whip to the shape, which is the red border, and then it goes. So up, across, done. Right, so finish comp. Oh, let's have a look at this. Across, push, now it does go. Interesting. Right, so what I want to do is I want to actually keep that logo red. Okay, so we can then go the red to grey. I don't want to do that. It's because the effects on the whole thing. Right, okay. We'll delete that there. Got you. Right, so what I'll do is I'll then pre-compose this into red to grey 2. Okay, so that's a red to grey 2, and then we'll do the YouTube on top of there. It goes up, then across, that's the kind of finished space for it. So we'll change the scale, take that down and move it into the section there, then pick whip that to this section, so that should do all. Alright, okay. Why is that not? Is that not? Bum 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 bum. Okay. It works in here, right? So that this is where the effect is. I don't want the effect to be on. Oh, I think about this. If I pre-compose that, and leave. No. If anybody's got any ideas. So it comes up, across, and at that point, so I would have thought up. Right, so I want that to be. Let's try it on here. Right, okay, that's fine. Right, let's try this. I don't know why it should. Because if that's pick whip to that. No, I see it's not moving at all. Oh, hold on, it didn't move, did it? Oh no, that's because that's moving there. Right. How do I get... This is just something I added in at the end here, so I'm not 100% sure. So I want that up, that's fine. And then we'll try. Okay, we'll try something else. We'll try that to there, and then pick whip that to the red to grey. No. And it's only happening in here. So if I've got that in there. So for example, there. That's pick whipped to that there. Nope, still no. If I add it in here, it's because the shape layer is moving. Right, I've got that. I understand that. So how can you... Ah, look. So that point there, you can go... So if that goes there, it stays where it is. That's where I want to end up. So we pick whip it from there to the shape layer. It then moves with it. However, However, what happens is that it turns grey. Ah, damn, I don't want it to turn grey. It's not the end of the world, is it? Okay, so this is it. And then we play that. There you go. So what we'll do is we'll make that it disappears there. That's there. If we just hit N, trims it to there, we can then trim the comp to the work area. And that'll make that 4 seconds long. Like so. We then add that composition to the render queue. Go to output mode, change that to QuickTime. QuickTime, there you go, and then RGB with alpha, so that gets rid of the background. So you've just got the logo itself. Audio is there. Okay, we'll go to desktop, change that to subscribe, save, and then render, and it does its thing. So the computer's actually rendering and streaming at the same time. So what I'll do is I'll close this down, go back to me, save changes. I'll save them just in case, because you don't want me to lose this work. We'll call it subscribe. So a couple of subscribe buttons to do for a couple of people. No, subscribe button final. Okay, right, so, and then if we then go into vMix, which will then show you vMix. This is the vMix window. We'll get rid of the music button. Layers, here we go. So get rid of that. Close that. And then all you do is go to add input, video, browse. And then on the desktop it is called Bluetooth subscribe. Okay, that's it in here. So in here, if we go into general, we can see it says automatically mix audio, play with the transition, and pause. And we just restart after the transition. So if I just click 1, and I forgot to hit the audio on. So there you go, and that's it. And that's my little button. Right, we'll go back to. I'll go back to that and symbols. Now, if there's anything else you want to know, in fact, I might just stay on for a bit and then. Oh, hi Gary. There he is, look. It's the man himself. How you doing? How you doing, pal? You alright? A long time no speak. You keeping well? I think I need to get a bit of a catch up soon sometime, I think. It's been a long while. I was just going to see as lockdown's been a bit, you know, fruitful. Cheers. So I'm just doing a bit of geeking out and tech sort of stuff in the background. And since I'm here, I might as well do some stuff on my vMix window, just to show the sort of thing I'm doing. So What I can't understand is when I push this button, it's doing that, and it shouldn't be doing that. It should, and I double press, it's actually coming up with that. That's a single press, but not that one. Right. In fact, let's have a look. Our shortcuts. Shortcuts. So let's find that button. Doesn't exist. Right, perfect. So that's right. So find that button there. Fade 250 13. That's the one we're going to go in. Yep. Okay. Right. So technically, if I press that button, the Stream Deck, it should just go. It's not. Why the not? Right, hold on. On transition in. Let's get rid of that trigger actually. Right, so yeah, that works. Right, so there you go. Oh, Gary. What is it you're trying to learn as we speak? What is it you're trying to learn to do? Is it After Effects or is it vMix or whatever? If it's After Effects, don't follow me because I get confused. But no, there's another guy that's really good actually, and he's more kind of actual properly recorded stuff. I'm just doing it as a live stream. So yeah, just ask away if there's anything. Right, so what I need to do is now I need to create a button. In fact, if I got a camera that goes down the way, can I use this one? No, I need like a down camera. That's what I need. So I've got a button on my Stream Deck that what's my Stream Deck software up here? After Effects, right? Cool. Right, so here. We'll go in here. So here's the Stream Deck. What I'm going to do is select this button to now get rid of the what do you call it? The lower third bit. So if you go into, I'll move up this side here. Go into settings. Go into. In fact, we'll go back to After Effects in a second, Gary. Shortcuts and then find. I'm going to hit that button there. We'll add that button there. So what I want to do is the function. I want it to overlay overlay 2 out. Overlay 2 out. Here we go. And then local shortcuts. So just for this profile. So if I hit that button, it goes. And then, so for example, I'll send that there. That comes up here. Saying Gary Jones After Effects, haha. Ah. And then I can get rid of that just like that. So that's cool. So that's that lower third done. I'm just going to change the logo so I know that's lower thirds. Create a new icon. Icon? I know it's not new because I don't want to create a new one. I've already got one that says number 3. Lower third. There you go. So I know that's a lower third. Lower third. Poof. That'll come off. So that's it. So I've got me full screen, my desktop, which is this here, and that's for lower thirds there. Yes, it's fine. Go back. It should be available later on. It's fairly straightforward. What I'll do, Gary, is I'll send you a link to a really good YouTuber, Avnish Parker, his name is. In fact, let's see if I can get his stuff on the screen here. I'm not going to play it because I might get copyright struck. If I get YouTube, will go then Avnish Parker. So this guy, absolutely brilliant. His After Effects tutorials are superb. Watch them, go through them one by one, and you'll you'll learn a lot. This is who I go to. He's my go-to for learning stuff how to do, you know, on After Effects. Brilliant. So yeah, so that's it. And then let's get that back up in there. Go back to here. So this is what I've been using for my for streaming. Well, not streaming as such, but for kind of work stuff. And I'm learning how to do scripting. So the scripting part, for example, is this bit here. So down at the corner, you can see it just there. What it does, I've got a list, or if you can see it here, there's a list of all these different tracks. So the reason I've got, what do you call it, royalty-free tracks, is because obviously YouTube will pull you if you've got stuff that you can play. Gary, nice one. I'm just seeing that. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, just follow his stuff. He's more clearer than I am. He's got his accent's a lot better than my Scottish accent, that's for sure. Right. So what it does, so for what I'm planning on doing for scripting, and I'll show you here, is in the script. You get the scripting, and the script this, so this. I'll pull that down here. So this script here pulls the list of songs in that folder, and then appends them to the graphics that have been made for it. Pulls it, and then takes basically the format of it, deletes like the .mp3, .wav, any kind of other bits and pieces you get in it, and then puts it in as a normal, a kind of normal format. So when it plays, in fact, when I can find it on the side, yeah, it's not going. There you go. So it pulls it name. So Rumor Instrumental version Andrew. So you can see from here, if I go down, it's something here. So this one called ES underscore communion hyphen Brendan Moeller.mp3. It's taking that data, updating it, and then just giving you the Brendan Moeller communion as the title. So it's ripping out all the other bits and stuff. Man, it was the dog's It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. In fact, it was that good that I had to go and get another bottle. I think I finished it. I was going to say I finished it at night. It wasn't quite a night. It was very Aberlour 10. I remember it well. It was absolutely fantastic. So no, thank you. I think a chat, probably doing it this way is a bit bizarre. Me asking you questions and you replying by text. It's like old school teletext, isn't it? Quiz is going well, I hope. So yeah, this is the well, in fact, that there was an issue here earlier on. In fact, let me just play this and see if this works. Yeah, it works now. So there was obviously something to do with that overlay that was causing it to cock up. Yeah, it's fine now. It's working. So the other thing as well you can do is, give me a shout. Actually, there's a site called Motionary, MOTIONARRAY, which I've subscribed to, and you can get templates, and that's what I've used for this. Just a short thing. I probably need to put a sound effect onto that. In fact, that's what we'll do just now. Right, so we're going to go for that. What do we need? What is it? How long was that? A few seconds. Right, so if you go into Motionary. Oh, I'll show you. Right, so audio. It's basically a sound effect we're looking for. Like a. Did you hear that? Did that come out your side? Yeah, it is. It's coming out you, right? Okay. What's that? What is it?
Preview.
Preview. Yeah, let's try that. I'll download that one. And then just do extract all. I'll tell you something, Gary. I'll tell you what I got. In fact, I'll give you a laugh. I'll give you a. Oh, then. In fact, there's actually no glasses in any of those boxes, Chris. Would you believe? I did find these from like 2005. Remember these? Wow. Then they're still. I think I've got a squint nose. Look. Look. Right here. Right. Look. That's good. Let's brighten myself up. See, yeah, there's a little bit squint. Or is my lugs are squint, but no, I do prefer these ones. There you go. Right. So where was I? Interface touch, right, okay. We'll get a sound effect in. So here we go. Length. Bit of length in there. 3 seconds. Oh, dump that in there. In fact, no, Izzy Miyagi. Isn't that him from the Karate Kid? No, these are you're close though. I don't know if you can actually see that. Can you? Oh, almost. Alan Meekley. That's who these were. Alan Meekley. I've actually got my original Alan Meekley specs from when I was like 17. That's like a 30-year-old pair of Alan Meekley glasses. Probably worth f*** all. You know what I mean? Anyway, right, what we're doing? Oh, aye. Sound effect. Let's see, does this work? Right, let's kill that music. So let's take that down slightly, and then add into layers. Then, in fact, go back to there. So we'll add into the layers that sound effect there. So hopefully, when this plays, it needs to be shorter. So it needs to be like 2 seconds. I wonder, actually. I think. Can I actually play back? I think I can actually change the speed of a playback. Hold on. Can I? I've got any f***ing idea. Hold on. So that goes to there. Restart. So that's restart. I thought there was something you could actually. Or is it just video? I think it's just video. You can actually create the speed. So it's something like. So it would be. Yeah, no, it definitely needs to be shorter. That can't be backsided. Do that tonight. So, cheers. Right, so So backing tracks, there you go. Oh, the royalty-free stuff. That's all you're getting on here. In fact, the Go XLR mixer stuff, what they did was they released a sub. What's happening here? Why isn't it staying on? Anyway, they released a sub mix. So what you're able to do is, if you're streaming to one place or recording it, you can actually have your recorded music or your licensed, your unlicensed music, whatever it was. But then the actual stream to YouTube, it would not play the music, so you could, you know, so you wouldn't get a copyright strike or whatever taken down, which is quite clever and quite cool. But I need to find a thing. So we're looking for something, a sound effect that, oh, I see, industrial. That's 2 seconds. I think there's some length. Pick by length. No. It's not actually a. In fact, let's see here. Sound effects. Newest, most relevant. There's oh, Epidemic Sound actually. Epidemic Sound actually do it by length, so you can actually. Here we go. Let's try this. Oh, is that? Nope. This is going to go well, is it? Right, so it's not that one. Oh man. Right. But yeah, so what we did was with the timer, and we'll get this in here. And I'll change the timer. So I've set up triggers, title editor, and then so that's for 20 minutes, but we'll change that to 10 seconds. So basically with that, layers, triggers we go. So on the countdown, when the countdown's complete, fade to number 21, which is that one there, and it takes off overlay 1. And then when this plays, and when that completes, it then goes to me. So if I go quickly, like so, Was my mic off all that time? Oh, for the love of... Right, okay. So, since we can actually we can fix this. Right, hold on a sec. So, if I... Oh, that's before it is. Good shout, well spotted. How long has it been off for? I'm going to push this button. Right, that doesn't switch the mic off. What about this? That's it there. Found it. Yep. So, what needs to happen is when it goes to the countdown timer, it automatically switches my mic on, off. But I need to go into here. I'll show you here. So if I go into here, so that's the, you can see the countdown timer here. On transition in, audio off, mic. So it switches my mic off. So I've got none of my sound of my mic will come out when that countdown timer is happening. And this one, it transitions, that it goes to that, into this. On completion, fade into number 13. And then number 13, what I should have in here is on transition in, audio on, mic add, right? Then we can be a bit cleverer, which is on transition in, audio, set volume fade, number 1, which is the list of the music. We'll wait half a second, and in fact we'll wait 2 seconds, and then we'll have it going down to 40% over 2 seconds, right? So watch this. This should work. And it fades music down for me without me doing it. There you go. The it's a rabbit hole that I've absolutely enjoyed going down as well. It's been brilliant. There's a few things I want to do with it, with work wise, interpreting wise, but I'm really enjoying. I could do with it a bit further down as well, but yeah, no, it's I want to get into the scripting part of it and actually know how to actually script, because you can get a bit more, what do you call it, technical, which I'm not really that technical with it, but it's cool. I do actually like this software, and it's really cool, and it's a lot more powerful than what do you call it, it's more powerful than OBS. However, OBS does have its place, and it's free as well, and I think, you know, I can't fault OBS for what it is, but I just absolutely love what vMix does. It kind of looks complicated initially, but yeah, it's good. There you go. Still need to get down to Manchester at some point. Right, let's see. In fact, since if you're on and watching, Gary, we'll take that off there, and then let's go After Effects. It's a bit ideally I probably should use After Effects on a separate PC and not the same one as that I'm streaming with. In fact, we'll not open a new one, we'll just new project. So we'll turn it down a wee bit. New composition. We'll just do a wee graphic thing. So 1920 1080. Because I'm streaming in 60 frames per second. I can't put it to 60 frames per second, but if you're only doing stuff in the computer, If you're doing stuff with your computer, you can set it to 24, 25. I mean, 24 is cool. In fact, we'll put it at 24 just now, because it'll use less frames. 10 seconds as well. So that's your 1920 1080. And then I'll show you a wee blur thing. I don't know. What would you like? In fact, let's do a wee Gary Jones. In fact, if you got a wee logo, Gary, you can email me if you've still got my email address. I'll do something for you just now. We'll just do on the tool. In fact, let's create a new layer. We'll create a new background. So a new solid color. It's there, and then you can have a wee thing there. And we can make that, we'll just change the colour of that. There that is there, and some text in there. Gary Jones, we'll just do Gary Jones. It's less things to type out. And let's change the font to something. Bum 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 bum. Here we go. That's the shining font. Obviously, just a demo. There's teletext. There you go. We can go. And teletext. I think teletext colors were always the yellow. So, oh, look at this. This is proper CFAX. So what you can do is, for example, if you have the shape layer, we'll position that there, and we'll position Kai there, position there. So after 2 seconds, that's where we want the position to be. But before that, we can have the that going off, and we can have that. We'll have it coming in. Bear with me on this one for a second. So, what we want is, see, this happens sometimes in the lights. The blue lights change and lose connection to the Wi-Fi. So, bear with me and come back on. Right, so there we go. So position that there, and then jump to there, and that comes out there. So you can see that just flies out. So it's maybe a bit too slow. Remember, this is only 24 frames per second as well. Okay, I'm going whoosh, right. And then if you select these two, right click, then go to Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease. What that does is, instead of that being them, instead of it coming out, it actually it's not very good, but I'll show you here. If you go into the graph editor, and then you can actually select the graph and change it so it's more, it's like fast, and then it'll slow down like this. Probably easier actually to show you over a longer period of time. So it comes in quick, then see how it comes in quick and then slows to stop. So at that point when it stopped there, we want Gary Jones to appear in here. So we can have it going from there to there. And we'll move that one up. We can move Gary Jones into there. Like so. However, we want to hide that bit there. So in the Gary Jones layer, if you create your box, so there's a couple of things to remember. If you've got nothing highlighted here, you will draw a shape. and it'll create a new shape layer. Okay. If you select the layer you want and then draw a shape, what it does, it draws a mask. Okay. So I'm going to draw the mask that way, which means, oh, no, I don't want to do it that way. Sorry. Charlie Jones, and then we'll just do, we'll hide that there. And then let's move that mask, position that mask slightly to the mask position, mask path. Here we go. Oh. Position, here's my, so what happens is then, what is it? Oh yeah, that's what it is. Sorry. Here, where it says add, change it to subtract, it'll disappear. And then, I'm doing something wrong here. Hold on. Hold on. So it should be, oh yeah, sorry. You do a shape. You do your shape, right? You do that shape there. And then you here, which is track matte, you track matte that to shape layer 2, and it's alpha inverted, right? So the shape will stay, and as you can see, it's coming in now. So all you need to do is move that, this one here, the shape, move that so it's at the edge, and then that'll come in, and that comes in there, like so. Right? And then there's a nice button here, which is this one here, which is the blur button. So you can switch the blur on, and you can blur everything, and it blurs the animation. Whoosh, whoosh, like so. And you can actually have maybe like a, oh, let's import something, import a file. If I go it here, Stream Deck logos, it's a Facebook logo. Yeah, here we go. Try that. And the Facebook logo into here. And you can have that, say for example, and then just popping in from the right. So once that's stopped, and then that, in fact, we'll just, these two points, ease them, and likewise go into here, and you can see the position of the Gary, is it the Gary Jones? It moves as the shape. I'll go back. Yeah, these two here, and then you move that back and that to the side, and then what happens is it goes whoosh, and you can see it slide in, and then we'll just have the Facebook logo. I don't know what you can do. You can actually, you can poof, this point here, point there, we can scale it, say to 0, and then to there. You can have it to there. F9. So if you've got F9 on your keyboard, it's just best just to do that there, and then it kind of looks like so. And that's, and I think what I do as well is a bit of rotation. Just you can go overkill with this, to be honest. And then you spin it. There you go, and then done. And then you get rid of the background because you don't need that, because that's the transparency. Simple. And then what you can do is actually, when you export it, you can export it as render, yeah. So you've got all these different things, but when you're exporting it, you've got to remember to export it as either a QuickTime RGB plus alpha, or depends on what you've got, a PNG sequence, so you can actually export it as all the different pictures. I'll go back into the comp, and so see there, and then what you do is you can then, this is the bit I always got confused with, that you pre-compose it, you call it final. That makes it one. So these are, this one here is where all the individual things are, right? You then group them and create a group, which is this one, and that's the group. And then you can do more to it. So for example, I could cut that back to there. You can see the blur on it. You hold it 4 seconds and then you can trim it there. Trim comp, and that's basically just a 4-second thing that whatever you need to do with it. And then at this point you can actually go P for position, set your position there, and then have it go down, select these two, hit F9, or do it this way, and then this is what happens. Done. And that's basically it. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So for example, for this one, in fact, you see, so if you file, save, I could save it as I'll go into D, After Effects. These are After Effects. You can go CFAX. So we'll just call it CFAX. And then I could load that one up. Just change that to. You can see it's going off into there because the name's bigger. You can then just drag it a little bit further, and then there's probably bits you need to tweak because for titles, but that's basically it. And then there's obviously the things you need to retweak, but yeah, you can save whatever you need to save. So I've saved that one. What other things have I, projects I've got? Just let's see what there is. A quick intro. Oh, there's one actually that I did. Oh yeah, this one. Let's see what it is. So that there, because it's saved, you can go into it. Go into. Let me see. Logo. There. So I can go into that and do. I think this might work. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, there's a bit more to do. Because look, I need to then change the flame part of it. Pre-comp. Hold on. Logo comp. Not that one. That's not that one. We'll find it. We'll find it there. And then go ARULAFU. So it should be. There you go. I knew there was a couple to change. Yeah, so you can change. Why have I got Mexican music playing now? That's bizarre. Is that? Oh, you see, there's maybe a bit sticky because of the graphics card and using it at the same time. Yeah, but yeah. And then, so for example, if I go into neon glow, I can change. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Top banana. Right. So, yeah, I'm gonna go. I don't know what to type actually. Banana, and then oh. I've got to be honest that the banana, there you go, and that changes to banana, and then yeah, obviously the GPU is getting hammered just now. There we go. And the thing is as well, actually, with this, is if you look at the neon glow, if I go into effects up here, let me see. Yeah, you can actually change the type of. So, for example, it's currently on torch, but if I change it to soft smoke, and then you can see, like so, it changes the which is actually quite cool. So there's different. So, for example, if I'm here, we can then change it to arc reactor. So kind of arc reactor, burning cellular core electric. Who else we got? I think there's a ghost pistol one. Yeah, here we go. And not only do that, you can actually change the intensity of the glow, the spread, the glow bias, core size. And then if we go back to comp, right, here we go. See, it's not as pronounced. But you can actually change all that. So, for example, I can then go on intensity here. So if I go back to that, you can see how it looks there. That's just, it's really kind of cool. Kryptonite. Oh, that's quite nice. Then you can change. This is the cool thing as well. You can actually change the color. Okay, and then we'll go back to that. There we go. Look. Obviously, that banana's yellow, but yeah, there you go. I'll quit that and go back to me. You can see it sticking. You actually should do this with two computers. Now, one of the what's happening here? Yeah, bear with us a second. Yeah, it should be it now. That's it. So the other thing that I was going to do as well, is it tonight? food actually. In fact, hold on. I'm gonna. I've got a whole screen. Bum, bum. What is it? Here we go. Right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm still here. I just remember I'll probably get copyright struck for that. Right. Right, so I might have to change microphone for this actually. Hold on a sec. I've got this top-down microphone. There. Right, I'm going to move this one over here. Right, it should be working in 1, 2, 3. Is that me back on? It is back on. Right, so what I want to show you this time, I'll get this set up, is this. So if we can do this properly, I do. Oh, which means right. I've not done this before, so we could be in for a bit of a wild ride here. Right, bear with me a second. And then okay. Right. So the microphone come down here. got space to do the stuff I need to do. Right. Alright, let me see. See if we can do aim that towards my mouth actually, so you can maybe hear stuff. Okay. Those lights up there in the corner. See if this works actually. Oh, I tell you what it is. I know exactly what it is. Here we go. None? There we go. Look at that. Right. I'll make a duplicate of this one. I'll make a duplicate of this. Give vulture input. And then quickly. There you go. So layers, color key. Take off that background. Happening. Right, something's happened there. Oh yeah, see it now. And technically, what then should happen now is if I add an input, cancel that. Right, here we go. Okay, so what I should now find is if I now get this connected up. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Right, okay, so that's me confirming the floor level. Confirm station boundary. Confirm. Okay, let's now past this. Okay, past computer. Next. Right. Oh, look at this. And watch this. We'll put so you should know. See what I'm saying. Let's hope one hit one. Right. Right, okay. So where's my microphone? Here we go. There you go. Right, so you should be able to see what I'm seeing now. And the weird thing is, this game. Let me see if I can get some sound into here as well. Let me see if this works. Okay, I need to figure out how to get the audio from this into here. Let me see. Get this back on so you can actually hear what I'm saying. 'll maybe give a fix later on. Yeah, so I'm probably better off actually seeing if I can. Five, 6, 7. There we go. I've got mic back. Yeah, no. So I'll probably work out that another time so I can actually hear what I'm speaking about and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, it's so addictive. The mini golf is amazing. It's amazing. Right. I'll stick that in there. I think this time I am actually going to go. So let's get the fade this in.